coming on this, at least it's a sunny day, cold sunny day, to participate with us in our Big Mosquito stakeholders meeting. This is a new process we're trying in the Forest Service to try and reach out and gather information from folks that are associated with land that we're managing around and by, and to hear interest. We work with the collaborative also in this process, but there's a lot of folks that aren't associated with the collaborative that we want to make sure that we meet. We sent out 150 plus invitations to this, and so there might be people coming between the time slot. But what we're going to be doing, just so you know up front, is we're going to be recording all of this and putting it on the web. We have a camera set up, and so the presentations will actually be recorded. And so if you do have questions later, we'll have a web link that you can access. There's a couple things that I'm going to ask also. We have a sign-in sheet that we'd like to have you sign in on. That is, if you can put name and phone number or email address, that would be great, so that we have some way of getting a hold of you if you have any questions. We also have a comment form that's in this back table here. That's basically a blank page where if you have any comments regarding the area, we'd like to gather those. And we also have an agenda back there, so if you'd like an agenda, maybe Nick could help people get an agenda if they raise their hand and want an agenda. So the purpose of this meeting is that as an agency, we're trying to reduce the time it takes in our NEPA analysis, our environmental analysis of areas. And one of the biggest things that we've found through our process is that most of our time is spent in answering questions and communicating to publics and responding to appeals and responding to other concerns. And so, and we tended to do this midway through the process. And so we're trying a new tack where we invite people and we get a lot of that information right up front, so that we can maybe design the projects that we're going to be proposing later around those concerns, as opposed to trying to alter them once we have designed them. So it's a process that my team has worked really hard on. We've presented this presentation you're going to be hearing to the collaborative already. It ended up taking longer with them than we thought, and there was a lot of question and answer time that we weren't able to utilize. And so we want to try and have you interact as much as possible. So what we're going to be doing is, in the agenda, I'm just giving a little kickoff. Casey Gatz will then give a little bit more about what we're doing, and then we're going to go through each resource area. And the team members are going to give a story about what they know about the Big Mosquito area and some of the resource things currently out there. And so after that, we'll have a break. We'll have breaks throughout this process, because I know sitting in a room listening to people can sometimes be difficult. But then we'll open it up to you folks and ask the folks that arrive to actually tell a little bit of story themselves as far as what is important to them about the area. So if you're a landowner, or if you're a sister agency that has concerns of that area, we want to hear that information also and capture that information. Couple logistical things. We have food back there. If you guys get hungry, please feel comfortable to get up and walk back, and there's food and drink. Restrooms are out the door towards the exit, and just to the right there's the women's and the men's. And I'd just like to take this time to thank Patrick for setting up the room and the airport allowing this space for us to utilize. So thank you very much on that. So with that, I'll turn it over to Casey.